Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most emotionally loaded, deeply misunderstood, and socially controversial questions a woman can face. If a woman chooses to be childless for her entire life, does that decision make her less than anything? And if society disagrees with her choice, can she truly feel good about that decision? This conversation is not about judgment. It's about truth. It's about empowerment. And it's about freeing women from narratives that were never theirs in the first place. In this two-part series, we're going to explore identity, autonomy, social expectations, emotional freedom, and the profound inner strength needed to choose a child-free life in a world that constantly questions that choice. Get comfortable, take a breath, and let's begin. The deeply rooted assumption. Human civilizations have carried a single, unspoken expectation for thousands of years that a woman's purpose is incomplete without motherhood. Whether it's cultural traditions, religious beliefs, generational teachings, or simply societal momentum, the world has internalized the idea that woman equals mother. But here's the truth. Motherhood is a capacity, not a requirement, an ability, not a destiny, a possibility, not an obligation. Some women feel called to motherhood, and that is deeply beautiful. Some women don't, and that is equally beautiful. Yet for generations, choosing a child-free life has been framed as selfish, unnatural, incomplete, rebellious, not what a woman is meant for. And because of this, millions of women have silently lived under the weight of judgment they never deserved. Does childlessness make a woman less? Let's answer this with absolute clarity. No. A woman choosing not to have children does not make her less, not less feminine, not less emotional, not less compassionate, not less nurturing, not less valuable, not less complete. Because here's a fundamental truth. Your worth as a woman has nothing to do with your womb. Your worth comes from your character, your integrity, your dreams, your passions, your contribution to the world, the lives you touch, the love you give, the person you become. A human being's value is not measured by the babies they produce. It is measured by the life they live. Why some women choose a child-free life. People often assume women who don't want children are confused, traumatized, immature, or will change their minds. But the reasons women choose a child-free life are often deeply grounded, thoughtful, and mature. 1. Desire for independence. Some women value freedom, mobility, or the ability to shape their lives without the responsibilities of parenthood. 2. Emotional self-knowledge. Some women know they don't have the desire to nurture a child, and forcing motherhood would be unfair to both the woman and the child. 3. Passion for career or purpose. Some women have visions, missions, or callings they want to pursue with their full focus. 4. Desire for peace. Some women simply crave a quieter, more intentional life. 5. Health concerns. Physical, emotional, or psychological health may influence the decision. 6. Financial considerations. Raising children is expensive, and some women choose stability and security first. 7. They just don't want to. And guess what? That reason alone is enough. A decision doesn't need justification to be valid. Society's reaction, the pressure, shame, and misunderstanding. Even today, many childless by choice women are told, "You'll change your mind. You'll regret it when you're old. Who will take care of you? Every woman wants children. Your clock is ticking. You're selfish." But these statements reveal something important. They expose societal insecurity, not a woman's inadequacy. Society finds comfort in familiar patterns. A woman choosing differently disrupts those patterns, and that discomfort often turns into judgment. Can a woman feel good about her choice when society disagrees? Absolutely, but it requires inner work. A woman can feel confident and fulfilled in her child-free identity when she understands. 1. Her autonomy is sacred. The life she's living is hers, not society's, not her family's, not traditions, not biology's expectations. 2. Her fulfillment comes from within. Whether she is building businesses, nurturing friendships, creating art, traveling, healing, learning, resting, growing, her life is whole. 3. She is allowed to define womanhood for herself. There is no universal script for being a woman, no requirement, no checklist. 4. Other people's discomfort is not her responsibility. People judge what they do not understand. They fear what they have never seen. They cling to what they were taught. Her job is to live with integrity, not to fit someone else's template. Reclaiming identity from old narratives. Let's rewrite some of the most common scripts society has imposed. A woman without children is incomplete. A woman is complete the moment she exists. Motherhood defines your womanhood. Womanhood defines itself. You'll regret not having kids. You can trust your self-knowledge. You're selfish. You're responsible enough not to live a life you don't desire. You'll change your mind. Your decisions are valid even if they evolve. Every human is allowed to grow, allowed to change, allowed to choose, allowed to design their life. Women are no exception. The inner journey toward peace, with the child-free identity. Feeling good about your decision begins with inner alignment. Here are the emotional pillars that help a woman feel grounded in her choice. 1. Radical self-acceptance, accepting that your desires are real, valid, and meaningful, even if they don't align with cultural tradition. 2. Boundaries, learning to say, I understand your perspective, but my life is my choice. 3. Releasing the need for approval. Approval is a trap. Respect comes from living authentically. 4. Creating a fulfilling life. A child-free life is not an empty life. It can be rich, joyful, expansive, meaningful, adventurous. 5. Community, surrounding yourself with people who respect your choices, not people who try to invalidate them. The truth society doesn't admit women who choose to remain childless are often happier, healthier, more financially secure, more self-aware, more fulfilled, more emotionally stable. Not because they're better than mothers, but because they are living the life aligned with their truth. There is nothing more powerful than a woman living authentically. We've explored identity, societal expectations, and the emotional legitimacy of choosing a child-free life. But we are not done. Part 2 picks up immediately from here, diving deeper into internal healing, guilt, cultural conditioning, spiritual perspectives, and how a woman can build unshakable confidence in her choice even when the world doubts her. Let's continue. Healing from generational expectations. Let's begin right where we left off. If Part 1 was about understanding the external narratives, Part 2 is about healing the internal impact those narratives may have left on you. Women who choose to be childless often carry invisible emotional burdens: guilt, fear of disappointing family, pressure to conform, discomfort with judgment, the feeling of being different, the worry of being misunderstood. Healing begins when you acknowledge that these emotions do not come from your truth, they come from generational programming. For centuries, survival depended on large families, but we no longer live in that world. Yet the emotional leftovers linger. When a woman chooses autonomy, she breaks an ancient pattern, and breaking patterns always feels heavy before it feels liberating. The emotional freedom of choosing yourself. Choosing a child-free life doesn't mean choosing nothing. It means choosing your peace, your identity, your personal evolution, your dreams, your energy, your emotional bandwidth. Women who choose themselves are often misunderstood because society glorifies self-sacrifice. But here's the truth. Self-sacrifice is not nobility when it destroys the self. Self-awareness is not selfishness, it is wisdom. When a woman says, I don't want children, she is not choosing emptiness. She is choosing to live her life consciously. She is choosing what aligns with her heart, not what tradition demands. The spiritual perspective. You are a creator, even without children. Let's talk spirituality. Many women struggle with the idea that creation equals motherhood. But the Creator, the divine, expresses creation in infinite forms: art, compassion, healing, relationships, innovation, leadership, transformation, energy, service. You do not need to give birth to create. Your existence is already creation. Your actions create waves, your presence shifts energies, your ideas give birth to possibilities. A woman is a creator by nature, with or without children. The freedom to live unapologetically. Imagine waking up and realizing you owe no one explanations. You don't need permission to live your truth. You don't have to defend your identity. You don't need to prove your worth. You are enough exactly as you are. This is the emotional freedom a child-free woman can reach. But to reach it, she must release one thing: the attachment to how others perceive her. People may misunderstand your choice because they fear making a different choice. They measure womanhood through motherhood. They internalize cultural scripts. They interpret difference as threat. They can't imagine another. kind of life, but their limitations do not define your life. Building unshakable confidence in your choice. To feel good about your decision, even when society disagrees, you need inner grounding. 1. A clear why. Your clarity protects you from doubt. Knowing your reasons creates unshakable certainty. 2. Self-respect. Your life is your domain. Your body is your decision. Your future is your responsibility. 3. Spiritual alignment. When your inner voice says, "This is right," no outer noise can overpower it. 4. Healthy boundaries. You can love people and still refuse to let them control your life. 5. Community support. Surround yourself with those who uplift your choices, not shame them. Redefining womanhood. Let's redefine womanhood in a way that honors every experience. A woman is not defined by her uterus, her marital status, her choices, her ability to give birth. A woman is defined by her heart, her essence, her strength, her authenticity, her soul, her purpose, her truth. Motherhood is one expression of womanhood. Child-free living is another. Both are valid. Both are meaningful. Both are powerful. Both deserve respect. The child-free woman's legacy. People often ask child-free women, but what legacy will you leave? And the answer is deep. Legacy is not only about bloodlines. Legacy is the lives you touch, the wisdom you share, the energy you spread, the kindness you give, the love you hold, the work you create, the transformation you embody. A legacy is a soul print, not a family tree. The child-free woman's happiness. Let's end with the truth society avoids. Many child-free women are incredibly happy, not because they avoided motherhood, but because they honored themselves. Happiness blooms where authenticity lives. The most joyful life is the one aligned with your truth, not with other people's expectations. The final message. If you choose a child-free life, remember, you are not less, you are not incomplete, you are not selfish, you are not wrong, you are a whole, powerful, sacred being, living a life guided by self-awareness, truth, and inner freedom, and that in itself is enough.